Hey YouTube. Yeah, it's good to be back again. Welcome to another fun time with Blessed. And today, I was actually having fun around this. I just got back from a busy day, and I was actually playing with this, and I thought, oh, we could maybe record this and put on YouTube, maybe for guys who will be playing this to just watch a walkthrough from Blessed on our YouTube channel as well. So I just started. See, I've actually completed some of the tasks. So I'm going to we're going to be working together virtually wherever you are. Let's see if we can uh, complete this room. It's pretty fun one. And if you don't know TryHackMe, I think you should go look up TryHackMe and learn from some fun stuff from them. Currently, I'm amongst the top 1%. That's a privilege. Okay, cool. So that doesn't mean I'm the best out there, but it just means probably I spend some time having fun with them. Maybe that's what it means. Great. So from the start, I see we have to do some read up. I'm going to skip this read up because I want you to go read them up. And we've just completed this basic task that has to do with reading and submitting the answers. This you can handle. Also, the enumeration. It's still around, maybe we'll take it up from the enumeration. So we go from enumeration, then we move on to the next task, which will be harvesting and brute forcing, then do some Kerberoasting stuff as well as some ASRP roasting, maybe pass the ticket. Let's hope we can complete this room. Let's see how fast we can. Try not to be very fast because I'm pretty stressed out from work. So for my speech start getting muffled or something. So I've connected to the VPN where this is. I'm going to start the machine. I'll be working from my machine just because I'm not comfortable with the speed of the track means attack box, but you can use that. You can start it up from here and work with any of them. But I'll be working with my machine. It's a Kali Linux clean one. I just spin up to do fun stuff. So let's quickly create a folder for this. I will do maybe a make there. We'll call this just fun. I'll call it curve. Maybe. And we'll cd into curve. Oh, sorry. I just got a new keyboard, so I'm still struggling to figure out the okay. Yeah, that's it. And cd into curve. All right. So let's clear this up quickly. I'm going to open my host file because I want to do some modification. Um, okay, so let's drop that there 10.10.48.158. Then that goes to controller dot local. See, this keyboard is pretty faster. So we're being spared. So if I cut the content of etc. hosts, we can see we're already pointing there. So great. Now we have completed this prerequisite. Also, we need to pull down a few stuff. So we're to download a precompiled binary of keyboards. I'm not sure it's in my Kali, so I'm just going to click on that link and go in there and pull down something for Linux X AMD64. Yeah, I'm just going to grab something for that and save it. Okay, then I'm going to fall back to my TryHackMe. Okay, that doesn't change anything anyways. So great, now we've got that all that happening. So let's try and take this first task. We're going to, now that we've got reviews in there for us, we're going to just work with them. We will first move, I think for this task, oh no, we're here. So for this task, we will check in our downloads. So if I list the content of maybe downloads, oh, sorry. Let me just go to downloads. I should have that stuff in there. So I'm going to just rename it. Let me just call it K roots for simplicity purpose. Then I'm going to move K roots to, let me move it to downloads. So home, sorry, home Kali, downloads, just put in the full path. Then I think it's fun, or what do we call it? Kerb. Okay, great. Okay, so we should have it in there. If I list the content, we're just going to change the permissions using the CH mode. This time around, we'll give it the +X, so which means we're passing that 421, which is 777 for everybody who is going to be accessing this file, which is not a good permission, but we're just having fun anyways here. So we got that thing going for us. Then the first thing we're going to do is to run this. They gave us a command here. We need to pull down this user.txt file. So I'm just going to, this time around, right click, open a new tab, check the link. I'll just open the raw file. Then I'll just highlight and copy this thing. I'm going to select all. Save myself some hassle. Copy that. Going to nano user.txt. Then I'm going to paste this in there. And I'm going to write that out and exit there. Great. So we've got user.txt. Click to clear the screen and fall back here. So we're going to just copy this command and run it. Paste it here. So what this is basically doing is running Kerberoasting user enum. So we're passing the user dictionary file containing names of users, and it's going to just try to brute force for those users, find users that are actually within the domain controller.local. If that works fine, we should have some lists. I want to verify. I'm not sure what I said this as. Okay, users. Just going to click enter for that. And quickly, we're seeing some users. I'm going to quickly forward this. Let me collapse this. So I can have that thing. I'm just going to run it again so I can have it all spread there. Easy to read. Great. Now we can see admin 1, admin 2, administrator, and all these other users. So we can quickly answer the questions here. Users 10, SQL Server admin, which is there, SQL service. Then also the second machine 2, then user 3, third user. So we're done with that part. Now the next is this. So for this, basically, we'll be doing some brute force to see if we can grab some useful stuff. So this, we need Rubius. Once again, we're going to quickly just go clone that Rubius thing. But they are saying that to start the task, we need to either RDP or SSH into the machine. I think I'll just I'll rely on SSH, and I'll just maybe clear this up, collapse one of this terminal, and do some SSH in here to the machine as administrator. Then we're going to 10.10.48.158. I believe that's it. Then the password for that, we pass it. My keyboard, yeah, I think I might struggle with this. Okay. It's a new keyboard, so I'm still trying to get my head around it. Is that it? No. Oh, my password, sorry. Okay, that's my password. Then yes, accept this. Then pass the password of it, which is that funny password thing there. If I get it right, we should authenticate. Okay, we did, obviously. Great. So we've got that SSH session thing happening for us. And they are asking that we, I think this should already be there. If you go to CD downloads, let's just go into download folder, list the, oh no, dir, sorry, I'm in a Windows environment. We can see Rubius is already there. So we're going to execute that to see if we can harvest for stocks and that will be running every 30 is a second, every 30 seconds. Yes, so let's clear the screen and run that thing. Rubios, yes, then we have S, then we pass that interval flag there for 30 seconds, every 30 seconds. So let's wait for that to run. I'll terminate it once it starts because it's going to keep, oh no, I guess I may have made a mistake. That threw back an error at me. Oh, my spelling harvest. Okay, wrong spelling here. Sorry about that. Okay, that looks pretty much fine now. And we're just going to run that again. Okay, now it's running. We'll see what it's going to give us. Every 30 seconds, more like catch, ticket granting tickets. If you had read follow through, you see what we're trying to do is listen and maybe grab some catch TGT ticket granting tickets and then see what we can do with that. We should be able to review maybe a username and maybe the specific domain, which will be a thing that we need to actually answer some of the question here. And you see, it's already dumping stuff at us. So I will be forced to just cancel this from here so it doesn't keep repeating because I already grabbed what I want to grab. So I'll go to the top and quickly review this. Let's see what is there. So if we look at what is happening, we saw this controller tag $1. That seems to be the specific user on the domain controller. Then we can see all that stuff being dumped back at us, ticket granting tickets. I'm not sure presently we'll be using this for anything also. But just to answer the questions that have been asked, to follow through, we will see that they had asked for specifically which ticket admin. So let's go find that up. We're supposed to see that somewhere here. It's supposed to tell us the ticket admin. Maybe it's not on this one. Is it on the next one? Just looking that up. Yes, we can see that administrator. So it's administrator. That's the answer there. Then the specific domain, if we fall back up, we'll see right there controller tag $1, sorry, which is the answer to that question. Controller 1. Okay, so now I think they want us to do a few other stuff. Let's say before password spraying, because you need to add the domain controller domain name to the Windows host file. So let's go add something to Windows host file. Now this is Windows, so the host file is not where you find your typical host file in Linux, like in the etc. Host directory. Here you're actually going to pass that into the system32, Windows system32 drivers, then etc, then hosts. So let's echo. We are echoing the controller.local to the host file. That IP address points to controller.local. So let's do that. We echo. It's 10.10.48.158. So we echo this for controller.local, and we're passing this to the host file. We're writing this to the host file, which is in C Windows. I'm still trying to understand this keyboard. Please permit me. Okay, that's it. Backslash. So we have Windows. Sorry. Windows System32. I'm using the tab to complete things here. So driver. Okay, that didn't work out fine. All right, so we're going to driver. Sorry. Oh man. Okay, please drivers. All right. Then we're passing that to etc. Oh, sorry, etc. Then hosts. I'm just using the tab to complete things. So that works pretty fine. Now, if we go back to download and run Rubios, this time around, they gave us password to work with, password 1, and we're passing no tickets. So let's see if we can grab maybe some credentials. So let's go to that stuff. I'm going to clear, I don't want to clear the screen. So I'm just going to run Rubios again. And this time around, we're brute forcing. So we pass the password. I want to find valid users that has this password set. The password. So the password which we are passing is password. password 1, capital P, then we don't want no tickets. So let's see if we find a valid user, and quickly that returned back something at us. Let's go check that up. That was pretty fast. So we got this. Now this, let's say it's against all found users, and if we analyze this, basically we can see that it's machine 1 that has this password. So which means we verified the machine user with password 1 valid set. If you look at this, disabled guest user, disabled Kerberoasting ticket granting ticket user, but machine 1 actually was validated. So we can quickly take that knowledge and maybe go do some fun stuff, Kerberoasting. So quickly, let's jump into that task. We will follow the instructions here. For read through, I'll urge you to read through these stuffs there so you understand where this is coming from. So we've got Rubios. We're going to pass Rubios to do some Kerberoast stuff here again. So pass Rubios.exe to do Kerberoast. Okay, so we've got the hash here. We're going to got it cleaned up a bit. So we're going to be working with this. Take it up from here. So I'm going to quickly save this. I'll save it in the same curve directory. We'll just call it, should we call it hash? The text. So it doesn't collide with the other file. And save this quickly. Okay, great. So I can kill mouse pads because I've got that in. If they're asking us to create a modified rocky text to speed up things. So let's just go copy that thing, put in tab. We'll look that up quickly. Is it this one? Active Directory word list. So let's grab it. View raw and select all and just copy it. Okay, I'm going to close this. I think this was the initial one we copied. I'm going to close this as well. Okay, so let's come in here. Nano word list, the text, and paste those lists in there, write the file out and exit that. So great. So we've got everything we need. Let's go run hashcats. I don't know if I'm not sure if I need a sudo command. I'll just pass it. Then we're using the method 13100. I believe that's for the specific password hash type. Then A0. Yeah, I'm struggling with my keyboard, sorry. So pass the hash to this text. Then we pass that word list dot text. Pass the password for Akali. So it's running pretty fine now without throwing back the error at us. Wait for this to finish up. Whilst that is doing its stuff, there's another method. I think we can use inpacket. And I've got inpacket installed on this box, so I'm just going to use that. I'm going to split this terminal. And let me do that horizontal. Then let me just seed it to my up directory. I see it's not here. Can I locate in packets? Yeah, I know. I've done. We should have some password cracked here. I'll just look through and see. There's hello123. I'm not sure who that is for. Also, we just look through. It should be right there at the end of this thing. So there's summer 2020, summer 2020 for this. Then there's my password 123 for this. Okay, great. But whilst that is there, on this new screen that I'm in, I want to use in packets and do the same thing. Okay, yeah, user share doc python 3. So that's the path examples. I'm going to copy this and quickly go there. And in here, We can list the content. We can see we need that get user SPN service correspondent thing, which is this. So let's execute this and see if that's going to give us something. Sudo Python 3, Python 3 stuff. Then we're going to run that gets user SPN stuff. Then on controller.local, controller.local. Then we'll pass to the machine name, which is machine1, sorry, with the password, which we found as password1. So, and we'll pass in the DC, the domain controller IP, as the IP 10.10.48.158. And I think we're going to just pass a request. So let's see my sudo password. Okay, that seems to be running. Let's see if it's going to dump. Oh, it's doing the same thing. And this is pretty clean. This is pretty neat. So you can see this is neat because I can see it just arranged it very easy for me. Without the stress, I had to go through clean that thing up. So probably this does the same thing and dumps that, and we can still crack this using the hashcat, same hashcat command, which you're seeing up here for this as well. Basically the same thing, and it's going to crack that and give us. But we already did that, so we grabbed these two passwords. So quickly, and this I'll just fall back into my downloads. I'm not sure, it's Kali the parts home, Kali downloads. Then we call this Kerb. So let's nano found pass.text. So for the SQL, I'm going to go back and look up that thing. So this first one is for the SQL service. We found the password, so SQL. We found that password to be, let's pass a column there. Put the password, my password 123. Then for the HTTP service, we found that to be summer 2020. So for HTTP service, we found that to be summer, capital S, 2020, but this is 2021. Okay, so just writing that file out, and so we can have some space. Great, now we've got a lot happening here for us. Quickly, we're done with this. Let's go check a few things. And the HTTPS, we found HTTP service, sorry, that was summer 2020. Is that a thing? Great. Then this one was what's that again? Just quickly check, skip my memory. So my password 123. Okay, great. Now we're done with that task. Let's forward to the next task quickly. Task 5. So here, basically, what we're trying to do here, we crack those hashes. We've got a few stuffs. So they're telling us that we can, very similar to Kerberoasting, ASREP, roasting dumps more or less some credentials, also same credentials that we got to Kerberoasting. So basically, I'll leave you to read this up. We just want to get into the task so we can save some time in the video. So we're going to run reverse again, but this time around we're not passing Kerberoast, rather we're passing the SRE roast, SREP roast. More like we're just going to grab this and fall back to Windows and run the Rubius again. But this time around we pass that. I'm just going to paste it and run that. So once again we see that this time around is for the Kerb ASREP user, and we've got that hash again. So let's see, what do we need to do with this from here? We're going to crack them also using hashcat. Okay, put them in the hash into a text file, then insert this after. So we're going to insert some character after this all the way to the dollar. So we insert $23. So let's copy this quickly because we have to copy it. And I'll fall back to my mouse pad. Is it still open? I think I closed it. Just open a new one. Okay. And I'm going to paste this in here and just clean it up a bit. $23 after all the way here. So put 23, then that dollar sign as request. So the first line will look like this, which looks like what we have. Great. So let's now save this. I'm just going to drop this in the same downloads Kerb. Then I'll call this khash.text for identification purpose. And I'll save this quickly. Okay, now I can drop this down and then I can fall in here and maybe try to crack this again. So pass that sudo command thing, hashcat. But this time around we're using a different method because this is actually a different hash format. So we're passing the method 18. If you're wondering what these methods are, I could leave a link to this video which points you to hashcat methods like a cheat sheet, so you can understand different methods for different hash type, cracking hash types. And we don't need the A0 here. You can also understand what each of these flags actually represents. So this time around we've got khash. So pass that K in there, just to be sure that's the name, khash.text. Okay, then we pass the pass. So we have that as one list of text. Let's see if we can crack that quickly. So according to that, so it's going to quickly crack it. And let's just wait and see if it cracks it. So they're giving us some hints or some tips to mitigating attacks like this. If you have a strong password policy, with a strong password policy, it takes longer to crack because the password will be very complex. And most of these passwords you're cracking are pretty easy. And don't think this is not something that will happen in reality. I've been privileged to be in quite a number of clients' environments, and I've seen, trust me, I've seen funny passwords. I've seen passwords being summer 2020, actually. I won't lie to you. I've seen passwords being support 2021. And that's the whole admin, backend admin server's passwords, and it's just summer 2021. Anybody with that can actually authenticate via VPN and access those servers. Pretty fun. Anyways, so moving on with this. Now we've got those hash. They're asking us what type does okay use. We can check that from here. I think hashcat is going to tell us the type. Let's just look at that quickly. See, it's AS. Is it this? Maybe it's this whole thing. I'm not sure if that's what TryHackMe wants us to put there, but I'm going to copy that and try that. Maybe that's it. Is that it? Okay, that's it. Great. So we found that from hashcat. Which user is vulnerable to this? So it should show us the user, user 3. So that's user 3. Put that in there. What's the password? So we found the password. That's password 3. Okay. So quickly, I want to update my password. Nano found password. Let me just update it since I found the user 3 and his password is password 3. I'm going to write this out and exit this. Then which admin is vulnerable to this? Yeah, admin 2. Admin 2. So let me quickly copy this one and see if I can crack this one. I'm going to copy this. Look for mousepad again. I shouldn't have closed it. Okay. I'm going to paste this. Oh no, I guess I copied more than I should. Okay, so I just need admin. I already have user 3. So I'm going to try to clean this up a bit. $3 admin. Saving this again for the last time. Okay, now it's working. Okay, great. So let's see how fast you can crack that. I'm just going to modify this file and add admin2 found password. We're done. Let's go look that up. So this is the password for admin2. Copy this and we'll put it in here. Okay, we'll write this file out. All right, so let's be clear that it's P A S S W0 R D2. Is that it? Okay, good. So we got that done. I see we didn't submit this. Oh, okay, no, it's not user 3, it's admin 2. Okay, so up to that, task this and task this. We'll just quickly look at that. Again, you're going to have to read this on your own. So mimikatz, what is happening here, I guess. So pass the ticket overview. So it's more like a carried out the pass the ticket attack. And basically what this rely on, just from the summary of this, so pass the ticket work by dumping the ticket granting ticket from the LSAS. So local security authority, if you don't know what that is in Windows, memory of the machine. The local security authority subsystem service is a memory process. I'm going to skip all this thing. So what we're trying to do is to dump it from the LSAS memory and see how that works. So we're using Mimikatz here. I think Mimikatz is already in the Windows box. So if I list the content here, oh sorry, dir, I see there's mimikat.exe there. So we're just going to run mimikat.exe. Then we do the privilege debug. Privilege debug. I hope we get it 20. Okay, good. That's fine. Now we're going to do the secure LSA stuff. Okay, secure LSA. Then we're passing tickets. Then we're exporting this. Maybe an error in my command or W. So I'm gonna have to remove one of them and run that. Oh no, still an error. Okay. Tickets. I did not put the S there. All right, great. So look at all that stuff being dumped there. Let me drag this up a bit. Oh, sorry. Yeah, I can actually shrink this. That looks cool. Okay, so I just want to build more space for myself. So I'm going to move this just so we can have a good read space. And I'm going to run that again. Okay, so I may have to drop some of this for space. I see, which is this? Can I clear the screen? Okay. All right, so can I shrink this one up a bit? Okay, so let's just go up to the top and then see what we are able to dump from there. Pass the tickets with mimikatz. Okay, so basically we're going to run that Kerberoast command and ptt pass the ticket, then the tickets. So obviously it's going to look something like this. Let's see what is happening here. They're giving us something. Run this command inside the mimikatz with the tickets you have invested from earlier. So we have invested some tickets. So we're going to run that command and pass the ticket in and see how that works out for us. So obviously this is not something really strange. We had dumped that LSA memory, so we're just trying to replicate what they want us to do and following the instructions. I don't think we really have to submit anything here, but just to see. But let's just follow suit. Let's see how that works. This, I think this is what we need. All right, so let's try and see if we can run that thing and see if it's going to give us some stuff to verify that ticket. So we're going to use the we're going to work with the Kerberoasting. We'll pass the ticket, then we paste our output there, what we copied, sorry, the clipboard. Let's see. Okay, great. Look at that. Gave us okay. So we can see successfully pass the ticket possible here on this domain because we grabbed that ticket, we can pass it. So telling us keylist here, we just verified that was successfully impersonating the ticket by listing our cached tickets. Then drop my keylist. Great. So look at that. Now we passed the ticket. We just verified that. That worked pretty fine for us. We got that cached. Great. Got that cached. All right. So I think that was all. That's all they want us to do here. Then maybe try to you have impersonated the ticket, giving you the same rights as get granted tickets you're impersonating. So to verify this, let's try to see if we can view admin shares. So we're just going to fall back and run. I think we're going to be running this on that instance of machine 1, but I didn't authenticate as machine 1. So I'm not going to do this because it's not really a thing that is a task that has to that must be done. But you can just follow the instruction here and you get that done with. Quickly, let's jump into the golden ticket thing. Here we've got some tasks to hand in, then also the last one. So let's work with this. Now, for this, we still have a mimic thing happening. So golden tickets, a quick overview. You've got some fun stuff to read here. Once again, I'm going to ask you to do that. You need to understand what golden ticket and what silver tickets are for you to. It's not about just clicking this thing and running it. Remember, you need the knowledge at least. A golden ticket attack works by dumping the ticket granting tickets of any user on the domain. This will preferably be the domain admin, usually the domain admin, because that ticket has actually got a lot of permissions and rights attached to it. However, for a golden ticket, you will dump the Kerberoasting ticket granting tickets for silver tickets, and you will dump any service or domain admin tickets. This will provide you with the service domain admin accounts seed or security identifier. We saw some of those seeds there. So once again, some NTLM stuff happening here. So I'm going to leave you to read that up. Let's quickly jump into this. So we're doing this Mimikatz. Fire up Mimikatz. And we're just going to fire that up again. Then we'll do the prevalence debug again. Okay, then this time around we're doing LSA dump. Then we're passing the LSA. Then we're injecting the name, and the name this time around is KRB TGT. Okay, the Kerberoasting ticket granting tickets. I may have made a mistake there. Okay, that seems pretty fine. KRB. Okay, now it's fine. Okay, great, that worked fine. Just going to review this. We see we dumped hashes and TLM hash. Then also for the user KRB Kerberoasting ticket, from our command, we're able to dump that hash. Then the W digest as well. We see that happening there. Now the Kerberos key, they had mentioned earlier, we see the default salts. That's because salting happens in Windows environments. And then we can also see the HMAC and other versions there. Then the random value, I think, that also happens there in the Windows environments. Great. So that ran pretty fine. We got the NTLM hash. Now we're going to create a golden and a silver ticket using those SID. So we're going to pass the command, which is here. This command for creating a golden ticket. To create a silver ticket, simply put a silver service NTLM hash into the. So we're going to be substituting into the KRBT slots where we have that on the command there. Here we'll be passing the SID. Well, let's go verify that. So that's it. Here we'll be passing that into that slot. So let's copy the command and just work with it from here. So fall back here. I'm gonna exit, paste this in here. Then I'm just gonna make some modification. So the SID was supposed to pass the SID into where we have the SID. I'm gonna quickly go copy the SID. So we have that happening there for us, which is this. Then I'll paste that in here. So it all looks pretty fine at this point. We can, the ID, I believe it's 500, which should be the admin. But we can go quickly verify that, but I think it's 500. This is for 502. Wow. Okay. Let's see if that's going to run. Anyways, let's see if we're passing that. Oh, we didn't complete the command, I guess. What is missing? Oh yeah, this is missing. So we didn't pass this value. We're supposed to also pass this value to the command to complete it. So let's go look for that. So that value is actually what we got from our dump. And I'm just going to go copy that NTLM thing. Where is it? Okay. I'm not sure which specifically, if it's the primary, but I'm going to stick with the primary anyways, because that second one is the LM. Then I'm going to copy this one. Then go back to that command and paste this here. So let's run that this time around. So final ticket saved. So that ran pretty fine. And we have for user administrator, SID 500. We had saved that ticket. So let's see if we can now use that ticket to, I think, carry out the next action. So they're saying use the golden ticket or silver ticket to access other machine. So let's try and see if that's going to work. We're going to pass the command MISC miscellaneous. Then we pass that CMD. Okay, that's ran pretty fine. We're going to drop back into Mimikatz and maybe answer the other questions that are there they want us to answer. I'm not sure if that will run pretty fine, or maybe we'll repeat the task. But let's quickly answer the remaining questions. So we had executed the command LSA dump. Let's see if we can dump for inject. We're injecting the name this time around. Sorry, where's my slash? Oh man, is it this one? Okay, it's this one. Name. We're passing SQL service. Let's see if that's going to work. Okay, worked. Let's quickly grab that because the question here wants us to answer what is the SQL service NTLM hash. The NTLM hash should be up. I'm just gonna go look for it. It's this. Let's verify. Okay, the administrator NTLM hash. So we're going to repeat the same command, but this time around we're passing the name administrator. So let's pass the name I think we can simply do this for every other user, just to grab those hashes. Maybe we'll crack them. Crack station can do some magic for us. I'm going to copy this and paste this. Okay, that should be fine. Now next is the, I think there's no task here, but just to read up and maybe to carry out some of the actions there. Okay, so Kerberos backdoor with Mimikatz. So Mimikatz can also do some backdoor stuff. Kerberos. I'll leave you up to read this up again on your own. We'll just try and work with the task. And I still have Mimikatz open, so just work with the task. So with the skeleton thing, miscellaneous skeleton, the wrong spelling. So let's check that up. Yeah, data struct keypad. Okay, function init patch. Okay, okay, look at the way he broke that thing down. So I think we had carried out the major task that they want us to do, and that's pretty much it. This is just giving us an illustration of more stuff that we can do, and it's just for knowledge purpose. I don't think we have to carry out the attack. Okay, so that's done. Then we conclude the room. Basically, other resources to read up, but that's it for that room. Try to keep it pretty short, but I think it'll be fun to try out some of the other things that are there, just so you work it out. But like I did say, I'm not doing all that in this video because I'm trying to keep it pretty short. So this will be cleaned up a bit, then put up on YouTube. You can go check it out, and please do like, share, subscribe, and also spread the word around. We do fun stuff in Cyber Protect YouTube's channel. Thanks for your time, and see you the next session. We're blessed.